The Kabul congregation, also in Missouri-Arkansas District, is an example of a congregation that could not find ministerial leadership during a time of transition. And so they looked within their congregation as well and found 2 persons who were already credentialed, but then called out 2 persons who were laypersons. And in the opportunities that they had to train them and give them support, they found a marvelous team that's doing really well, serving the needs of ministerial leadership.
Oh, my turn.
We work together so much and exchange ideas. As we hand off these ideas and volunteer to do these things or be asked to do them, it's been part of a whole, you know, like a piece of a puzzle.
Judy Frederick is one of 4 people who together share pastoral responsibilities at the Kabul congregation in the Missouri-Arkansas District. All 4 are in different places in their lives. 2 are more or less retired, the others have full-time jobs. This arrangement grew out of necessity when they could not find anyone to replace the pastor who had been there for 4 years.
The congregation really as a whole just indicated they felt we had resources within, and they also had the concern that our mission outreach was not able to be very significant. And yes, certainly there we searched for a time, and just was not anyone who we could find.
What they found instead was 4 people within their congregation who agreed to help out with all the different tasks of pastoral ministry to the extent they were available. Cindy Sanders is the district executive minister and a longtime member at Kabul.
There's a lot of Sundays when I'm out visiting churches or installing pastors or licensing services such as that. So that takes me away a lot of times, and we can schedule around that. Or if something comes up and I have to be away, we can find someone to fill that vacancy.
Sandy Bosserman has pastoral and district executive experience who agreed to contribute part-time in her retirement. Myron Jackson operates the radio station in town and is responsible for the technical aspects of ministry.
To try to help people when they're trying to get a message across or to reach more people or something like that, have that ability to be able to do that. I think it simplifies things sometimes. When people want to, for instance, create a service or something like that, and they want to do something special during the service, perhaps a video, perhaps photos of something that's gone on, to be able to present that without having to worry about the technical aspects of some of it is really nice.
And Judy Frederick, who chairs the leadership team of the congregation, brings her enthusiasm for visitation.
I enjoy visiting people. It's just good to go visit and sit there and chat about the weather or whatever, and to communicate anything necessary to the team if there's a problem, and keeping tabs and, well, you know, checking on people to make sure they're okay.
Each member of the team brings a different set of skills and perspectives.
I like the fact that we have such an exchange of ideas. It's opened up new things for me personally. It's also being able to work with the team effectively, sharing ideas, trying them out.
One ministry of the church that came out of that sharing of ideas was the Las Posadas visits, a tradition borrowed from Christians in Mexico, stopping in at every household in the church, asking the occupants if they were prepared to receive the Christ child at Christmas time.
Roger and Louise, it's our pleasure to come to your door again this Christmas season and to bring the same question and the same clay figures we always bring.
Sure are.
From Nathan.
They're beautiful.
Somebody brings a kernel of a thing and says, I wish, just like the Las Posadas visit, I wish we could get to all the doors this Christmas. How could we do that? And then someone else looks up a tradition, and others take it and move it a step.
Another idea was a unity wall outside the church to share with the community a witness related to peace and justice on behalf of the congregation.
I think it did come from a ministry meeting. We were trying to figure a graphic, and someone wrote the word unity on a piece of paper, and I sent that to the designer, to Nathan, and he returned what you see out there in paper.
Myron was able to promote the Unity Wall on his radio station, which led to involvement from some members of the community.
Communication's very important. That's why we thought it was important to have somebody, or the chair of the leadership team, a part of the team, and the deacons a part of that team as they visit, and then to meet monthly on a regular basis as often when we can.
I don't think anybody feels stifled. I think when it comes to visiting, we visit as we need to do and want to do. We do have that report mechanism by which we try, and to say that we meet once a month, that's a formal meeting, but many times through the month, emails go back and forth saying what we're doing, and could you pick this piece up for this time, and so forth.
Another advantage to this model is the ability to free up funds that would normally go to pay a pastor that can be now used instead for outreach.
This year they set up a matching grant fund, and for every dollar that was donated for relief in Ukraine, the church matched it with a fund that we have here, and it came to around $8,000 is what this little church with an attendance of 25 on a good Sunday came up with $8,000 to send to help with Ukraine relief.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come.
Ministry team members are paid by the task they perform for the church, which is possible because of either retirement income for some or regular jobs for others.
No two congregations are going to be alike, and no two needs are going to be the same either, but I think it would be surprising who was within if they're willing to work at identifying people, gifts discernment, and tweaking models. Ours is not by any means the only, even the only way that team ministry could be done. But I think it will help churches maintain viability in ministry rather than giving up on it.
So far at Kabul, the reviews are positive.
We've had good feedback and good encouragement from the congregation as a whole.